All right, modeling warm-up number 5. Here we go. So the isometric view doesn't show much. Well, it does. You can see it looks like a button, but if we look at the other views, we can tell that there's a button on the other side. So we're going to use the project geometry to repeat that, but also if we look on our dimensions, it's not a lot of dimensions here. Okay, so we've got the height, we've got the width of our overall circle, we've got the fillets shown, we've got the diameter of the top, no diameter of the bottom, that means that it's the same. We've got one dimension here for this height. We've got the overall height, but we don't have this height. So that height is shown here. Since this is symmetrical, this has to be 0.25, and then this is left to be whatever is left, which is 0.5. So it makes it pretty easy. There's a lot of different ways to make this shape, but we're going to use it to learn the project geometry tool. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new document. Actually, I'm going to erase this one. And I'm going to start a sketch. I'm going to start in the bottom view because that's the way it's oriented in the drawing. I'm just going to make a rectangle. And oops, it got off there. So what I'm going to do is use my coincident constraint, and I click those 2 points and it'll line it up so then they're on that. So let's go back. I already forgot. So our overall width is 2.5 and our depth is 1.5. So I'm going to go ahead and add those. So it's 1.5 this way and 2.5. Alright, so I'll go ahead and extrude this. Again, when we look at this, because it's symmetrical, we know that this has to be half from the center line. So those two sides are equal, and these two are equal. So that means it splits it up into quarters, essentially. So there's 2 of the quarters in the middle and 1 on the top. There's 2.25. There's 0.25 up here. That means there's 0.5 left. So that's what's left in there. So we'll extrude that, we'll say 0.5, and we'll click inside of our shape like that. Alright, now we're going to go back to our editor or our drawing, and the radius of all 4 sides are 0.5. So I'm going to do fillet, and I'm going to put 0.5 in, and I'm going to click there, 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 and there. So now I have 4 fillet sides made. So it's all rounded. Now we're going to make our first circle. So I'm going to sketch on the top. You can right click, view normal sketch plane, so it goes down. We're going to use our mid-plane constraint here because it's in the center. So I'm going to find the midpoint there, the midpoint here. I'm going to go to the middle and boom, it locks in. Make my circle. Dimension. This will be 1 inch, I believe. Yes, diameter is 1, and it's in the center because we have these lines that shows that it's in the center. So I'm going to extrude this. I actually do remember this. It's 0.25. So I'll put 0.25 in. Now we got to do the one on the bottom. And I could just go draw it and center it and everything else, but I'm lazy, so instead I'm going to do this. I'm going to start a sketch. Click on the bottom, and I'm going to flip it over so I can see the other circle. I'm going to click Use, Project. We call it Project Geometry, but it's called Use in here. Select that circle, and when I click on it, it draws it on the other side. So then I'm free to just extrude. Oh, not that. I want just the circle. And I do 0.25. Click the check, and there's my finished part. So I pull the properties, put it in there, and answer the rest of the questions about the shape.